CC Yin is an established entrepreneur who recognizes the need to serve his community as much as he can. Besides owning over 20 McDonald's restaurants in the area, CC is also one of the founders of APAPA, a foundation for Asian Pacific Islander American Public Affairs. CC Yin is also recognized as a continuing active leader and a participant in community and civic organizations. He is actively involved in a number of organizations and institutions such as the Vacaville Rotary Club, the Vacaville Counterforce Program, his local NAACP chapter, and local schools as well as other educational programs. CC invited KBTV to his ranch in Vacaville to tell us a story of his journey to America.
Well, there are two parts of my living condition before I come to America. First part, I was 12 years old, and before that, I was living in the farm, a poor farm in central west China. So that was basically very basic, primitive, no medical care, no nothing, just survive yourself through the farming country. But we're so poor, once a year we're allowed to eat a piece or fat, you know. But year round you don't have any meat. And once a year during our birthday, or my birthday, I was allowed to have one egg, you know, boiled egg. But after the war was over, at 8 years old, my parents took us to the city for start education. So there was no school in the farm, I started third grade, and I didn't have. So I was failing real badly. Two reasons: without prior education. Second, I'm a very slow person, learn very slowly. In my whole family, I'm the slowest person among 9 sister brothers. So I was failing real bad in the schools in the Chongqing, which is a big city in the Sichuan. But my sister was doing good, so it was good encouragement because I can see I can follow her. After 12 years, the communists took over China. My father was working for the government of Chiang Kai-shek, you know, which was driven out of mainland, 1949. I was 12 years old, so my sister and I followed my father to Taiwan, where we spent next 16 years.
While in Taiwan, his sister Eleanor moved to America. Shortly thereafter, CC decided to make the trip as well.
So I came here in 1964 at age 28. I didn't speak English nor the culture, and I borrowed $100 from my cousin. But I used half the money to buy a lot of books, you know, the cheap books at that time, no copyright cheap books, you know. And I spent about $30 to pay for my ship. I pay very cheaply because it's a cargo ship, small one. It's kind of like a boat running around the Pacific, going to many ports, Japan, other places, pick up supplies, deliver supplies. It took me about a month to reach a port. I didn't know where I was going, of course. This was a sailor took me to his bedroom in the middle of the boat, and I survived that. So I was vomiting very badly, seasick. So I survived that 30 days. And he asked me where I'm going. I said, well, I really don't know. I'm going to America. He said, I know you're going to America, but where are you going? I said, well, looks like I'm going to land in Los Angeles.
With only a broken suitcase full of books held together by a rope, CC got a job at a restaurant. But the language barrier immediately became apparent.
First, they asked me to, you know, it was a man wanted something. Here I go. So I went there. Malibu. He said, Malibu. I said, okay, Malibu. So I went back to the waiter. I said, what's Malibu? I said, Malibu is a cigarette. I never know. I can't even pronounce Malibu at that time. I said, Malibu. I said, Malibu, it's a cigarette.
But his first day on the job exposed the fact that CC had no prior experience.
So I took one glass of water to the lady first, right? Between them, that tray tipped because the weight. I didn't know. You have to tip yourself. You know, if you're experienced, you tip automatically.
Yeah.
so that doesn't overturn. That one, like the gentleman's jacket, is very high class. So, I was fired, first job. That was good though, actually it gave me a lot of courage and creativity to survive.
CC worked 2 jobs and was able to save enough money to move to Seattle to join his sister and began attending the University of Washington.
But every week I have to work 2 days. Friday I work one day, Saturday I work 1 day to pay for my food, and Sunday I work 1 day to pay for my supplies and small things. And I live in the basement of a lady who, we call it houseboy. That you live free in the basement, you help the lady to clean up yard work, wash cars, carry things like that. I met my wife in the University of Washington. She was a social work major. I was an engineer major. She too lived in the house as a house girl, helped take care of their babies like that. I took care of older lady. So we're very much the same, same background. We moved down here, rented a place in San Francisco that was so expensive to us. So we moved out, but I was able to find a house in San Carlos, Belmont, next to San Carlos. Nobody wanted that house, seriously, for years. And the realtor refused to take me there. I insist because of the price. This about half the price. The reason this lady kind of have all the garbage piled in the house that high, you can't open the door. Had one boy to paint the house black, and it's just kind of like that. The husband ran away after many years, can't even find the house, so they cannot sell the house, and nobody want to see the house either. But it's a good location. Structurally, it's good, but just ran down like that.
He bought that house and fixed it up. This experience just inspired CC to do more.
So I borrowed money from my sister brothers and to buy a rundown house in the same area, I rebuilt that, and I moved up to 4 units next one. Next one we moved to 24 units in Campbell. Next one we moved to 72 units in Hayward over 12 years' time. Those are good years. I was lucky. 70s was good. I never knew, you never knew what it was out there.
On becoming an American citizen,
that was about 10 years after I came here, but working about 7 years as engineer in San Francisco. And actually was very excited about it. Before my time, I understand, took a long time, 10 years to wait, 10 years, So it took me only a total about 5 years to go through the process. I thought I was finally, reached my dream. I'd be accepted as a citizen of a beautiful country where I always want to come to build my new life. And at the same time, I also feel there's not a responsibility. Now you are given the so-called citizenship. That means you have responsibility, come with obligations and rights. I have to be sure I do the votes, understand the government, all that stuff, and learning more about American culture. My present life is very fulfilling and very full, mentally and physically and emotionally, very full. Over the times, 42 years in America, and I happen to be very lucky that met my wife, who were very supportive for me to chase my dreams. I use dreams because I had different dreams in every 20 years.
And CC's advice to new immigrants?
Being an immigrant, especially from Asia, as a newcomer to the country that's been built by others plus Asians in small portion, is very challenge, a great challenge, emotionally, financially, physically, because your supporting system is not there. And however, America is a great country. Have the best system. I come from a country with 5,000 years continuous civilization. Still, this is so far I know of. In the world, America is the one that has most opportunity and most freedom to immigrants. America has been built by immigrants to this date and many years to come. We have to remember that, because people like us seeking good new life, we built America together. And so America has not been built yet. It's still being built by new people like us. There are many things we can do to make the country better. Number one, my advice is that just focus on your dream, what you want to do. Focus on good things the country or people offer to you. And over time, it becomes your character, making you a better person, a stronger person, a more capable person, that you can compete with any other people who have been here before us. We immigrants become a strong character, strong individuals, strong leaders, that we can compete, not just as workers. So my advice to us, to think about this is your country, number one. You're not foreigners. Doesn't matter what they tell you. You have to believe in, but doing that, this opportunity, this obligation, this responsibility, we have to take care of ourselves, take care of family, take care of friends. You know, when you are in business or worker, take care of the workers. Take care of your business, the people working for you. Then you take care of the community, take care of the customer if you have customers. In this way, you know what happened? Because the system is so good, you get a reward. You may get a half reward you deserve in comparison with some other folks. So what? Don't think about other folks. Think about yourself. What I get a reward in my country was at that time, or when I came, there was no such opportunity. I can't even get any reward. You know, I mean, that time, now they're different, of course. So my advice, again, is to be the best you can, and take care of the people working for you, with you, or doing business with you, or government people that they are working with you to make the community, the country better. And we have to give at any time you have anything, you can give back to it. Small start first, time, energy, money, and when you become more successful, you have more things to give. You need to continue to give more in the proportion what you have. In doing that, it's not just about material, money. It is actually, it is a dream that everybody, I come here, I didn't come here to be rich. I come here to survive and to feel good that I can do better than, I can do better. Good spirit, good character, good attitude. That three things is so important to anybody's success.